Welcome to Visual Audio Sessions. I'm your host, Aaron Dick, and this is Daniel Markham.
I think that I'll just stay home tonight, lock the door and turn out all the lights. Don't worry, I'm doing just fine. You know that I am writing down. The words don't always rhyme. I'm sorry for nothing. I won't take too long, in and out again. My second favorite song keeps playing in my head. It goes on and on, I think you know it. I used to stay out so late at night. My eyes were bright as the stars up in the sky were shining. I think that I think too much sometimes. I'm looking up and feeling down again. So tired of something. I won't take too long, in and out again. My second favorite song keeps playing in my head. It goes on and on, back and forth again. I just play along, take me to the end. Maybe we'll be there waiting. I won't get too far away tonight. The sun is coming, I'm waiting for the light to show me the way out. So slowly I'm faded. Hope you don't mind, I like to think of you. Sometimes it's true. Wonder where you are tonight. Take me away, back to the last time that I saw your face. We were standing in the rain. It's been so long since I heard you sing my favorite song. How did we get so far away? I wish that I you standing in the rain. Hope you don't mind, I like to think of you, sometimes it's true. Wonder where you are tonight. Take me away, back to the last time that I saw your face. We were standing in the rain.
All right, Daniel, great job, man. That was second favorite song, followed up by Standing in the Rain. 2 new songs off the new album that's coming out whenever the vinyls can get pressed, right?
In the future.
In the future. When did you just finish that album? Like, wrapped it up recently, right?
Yeah, we did it May, like the last week of May.
And where was that recorded?
We did it at a studio in Athens, Georgia.
Athens, Georgia.
It's called Chase Park Transduction. We did it with a man named David Barbie. He's responsible for all the Drive-By Truckers records.
Nice.
I think all there's did some work with Deer Hunter. He's one of my favorite bands. He worked with Sunvolt. He's worked with like everybody. Anyone who's made a record in Atlanta or like that area, he's like probably recorded them.
So typically, of course, people who know our format know that we kind of have conversations because we always talk about it a little bit beforehand. So I talked about one of the things I think your influences, I mentioned is I feel like when I listen to your music, REM is all over the place on that. So obviously they had a huge, that's where they came from, out of Athens.
Oh yeah.
So how was that like, kind of being in that environment?
So it was a dream come true to get to record in that studio because so many records that I love were made there. And David is so fast and easy to work with, and he's got a lot of wisdom and knowledge. And being in Athens, it's like the South, and there's like kudzu, and it's just that kind of vibe, and it's just dreamy, and I love it. It was just so cool. Yeah.
Cool. Well, just a brief introduction because we didn't really kind of skipped ahead here. This is 41-year-old singer-songwriter Daniel Markham. Been in the Lubbock scene since 2005-ish?
Yeah.
Cool. We got 7 albums as your Daniel Markham, right? Or 8 albums?
Yeah, maybe 7. I don't know. Now we're gonna have to do some math. I mean,
the Apple I think has 8 on here, with your Nightlight being one of them.
Oh yeah, right.
And then of course your new one coming out is going to be Daniel Markham as well.
Yeah, it is.
So that's your solo stuff, but you also have One Wolf.
One Wolf
was your band projects.
Before that, it was called Waiting to Derail. We made a record called Waiting to Derail.
Gotcha.
And then it was One Wolf, and then I did my own thing.
And then, from what I understand, you have a metal side, rock type side project that you kind of like shared out there. Yeah. So if you guys want to do some deep dives, you might be able to find some of Daniel's stuff there.
Yeah. Like I said, my Bandcamp is a choose your own adventure.
Choose your own adventure. All right. So we kind of talked a little bit earlier about movies and how would that impact like your music writing and what you do. Kind of like, does that have any impact, or is that just something like another form of art that you kind of?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I think like David Lynch, he's my favorite director probably, and he creates these worlds, and the music is always a very big part of those worlds. Right. And I just like the way he kind of creates these paintings. Like he just wants to make movies that are just paintings. Yeah. Right. I mean, so I draw a lot from there. Just the vibe.
What's your favorite David Lynch film?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I really like Twin Peaks a lot, like the
Yeah,
whole of it, all of it.
the whole series.
Yeah, and I do like all of his movies. I think maybe The Straight Story is my favorite one.
Okay,
Have you seen that?
I haven't.
Check out Straight Story.
Straight Story. I'll
Yeah.
look it up.
Mm.
So, when you're not doing music, what's the next step in your life? What are you doing?
I'm learning how to cut hair right now. Going to barber school. Work at a record store on the weekends.
How do you think that relates to you? Like what you do, or is it just something you're like, I just need to figure out a way to make money?
I mean, probably some of that.
Yeah.
After the past couple of years, it was like I need to learn how to do something else that doesn't involve a guitar and, microphone.
Just one day that's what you decided, or was
My
it
mom
just,
was a barber, so I
Okay.
kind of grew up in a barber shop, and
there you go.
I've have friends who have done it, and they're musicians, and talked to them about it, and it just sounded fun. So
Cool. So originally, where are you from?
I grew up in Rotan, Texas.
Rotan, Texas.
Yeah,
It's kind of by Abilene.
kind of.
Okay.
Snyder, Sweetwater. It's in
Okay.
Fisher County.
Gotcha. Growing up in a small town like that, I mean, how would you think that influences like a lot of what you do?
It's like you're the only person in town that plays guitar, except for like my friends' dads. But they, they don't want to jam with 11-year-old kid.
Right.
So
how long you been doing that? I mean, speaking of that, were you playing since you were 11? I mean,
yeah,
is it something you've always wanted to be a part of?
30 years, I guess.
Yeah.
My grandpa got a guitar later on in his life, and he played when he was younger, and then he got a guitar later and started playing, and I was just like, this is the coolest thing ever.
How did what kind of music were you like drawn to?
I think before I moved to West Texas, like it was the radio, so just country and like rock stuff, and my mom listened to like Christian music, so I had that mix going on. And then when we moved to
Michael W. Smith and Petra,
we moved to West Texas, and we moved in with my grandparents for a little while because we were fixing this other house in Rotan. So we were living in Roby, which is a smaller town, and they had a big TV. It was like one of those old wooden, looks like a piece of furniture TVs,
consoles,
huge. Yeah. And I remember just turning it on, and it was on MTV. I was like, "What is
Someone
this?"
in the house was watching MTV before you.
Yeah, and it was either the video for "Enjoy the Silence" by Depeche Mode or "Head Like a Hole" by 9 Inch Nails. It was one of those videos.
Both dark, black and white. Yeah.
And then I would just kind of watch that, and then we moved to Rotan, and I would watch MTV, but I would watch the door, and if my parents were coming, I would change it. But
it's funny. There's so many people that I know, especially around that era, our age, where that was like a pretty common thing. It was like parents. There were certain types of music that we just weren't allowed to necessarily listen to, usually because they either had cuss words or the subject matter of what they were talking about. Right?
Yeah, I get it. I understand it. I was drawn to this thing.
I mean, the fact that you remember it was either Depeche Mode or 9 Inch Nails.
I'll never forget it because I saw those. I remember seeing those videos.
Yeah.
And I had never really heard music like that, I don't think.
Which, do you think that has a lot to bring you into like the indie rock type music that you tend to draw from?
I don't know.
That was where that maybe
I think when I started learning how to play guitar, I wanted to learn how to play like metal songs because they have like the coolest guitar stuff, you know, or what I thought was cool, It's just fun and fast and loud and crazy.
And so much classically based too, which is so funny because a lot of people don't realize how much of those solos are all based around or whatever. Based around
and I was
classical.
And I did like classical music, so maybe so. I mean, I still listen to Depeche Mode and 9 Inch Nails. So.
Same.
Yeah.
Where's some places that we might be able to find you around town if you're in Lubbock?
I play every Wednesday at Bar PM, 10 to 1. I do the brewery, LBK, downtown.
Cool. Well, if y'all ever out in Lubbock, check out Daniel Markham if you see him up. Obviously, Bar PM right now is 10 to 1 on Wednesdays. And then LBK every now and then. It's been a really, really fun getting to dive into your catalog and listen to what you got. And I guess it's to say this again, Lubbock, you don't know what you have. And this is what we're trying to do, is to spotlight artists like Daniel who really are just amazing artists. You spent some time in Denton, came back to Lubbock, probably for many reasons, but hopefully it's because you start to recognize that Lubbock is going to be a place that live music and musicians can really thrive. And that's what we feel, and that's why we're doing this. So thanks for sitting in with us today, Daniel. Um, for Visual Audio Sessions, I'm Aaron Dick, and this is Big Star.
Hey baby, do you wanna be a big star? Don't even think I know what that means anymore. I don't like this funny business. How was I to know I'd end up like this? See you on the road. We can catch up sometime. Always on the go. Don't think too hard. You might lose it. Everybody knows no money in this. Meet me anywhere. We can do whatever. Guess I'll see you there. Hey baby, so you wanna be a big star? Do you think you might be better than before? I could've learned you a lesson. I couldn't tell you a lie. No time for anything. You're so gone now. Someplace all alone out there. Breathing underneath some burning light. Wonder if you even have to care. Or is it all just sunshine? Now maybe, baby, when you are a big star, you can play yourself a pointy red guitar. Hope it works out in some favor. Try to let us know you're still out there, somewhere on the road. We can waste some time there, then I gotta go. Hey baby, now that you are such a big star, wonder